First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the elders of GMS, who I learned this truth from. I would like to give a salutation to all the Akim out there that's preaching this word in righteousness and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Also, a shalom to the Israelite foreigners out there, the speckled bird who's going to come looking like other nations, but who are Israelites. Shalom, man. Today's lesson is going to be fire shall cleanse the earth. Today's lesson is going to be fire shall cleanse the earth, man. We're going to take it straight to the scriptures, man. We ain't even hesitate. This is Genesis chapter 9, verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you. Who is he talking about? The Israelites. Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters of a flood. So there you have it. The first time the water got destroyed by water. So he said he made a covenant that he would not destroy the earth no more by flood, by water. Neither shall there be any more be a flood to destroy the earth. All right? Let's jump down to verse 13. I do set my bow in the cloud. What is it talking about? The rainbow. And it shall be a token of a covenant between me and the earth. That's right. He ain't going to destroy the earth by water no more. And it shall come to pass when I break a cloud over the earth that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And you see that every time when the rainbow come out, right? And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the water shall be no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God, Yahweh, and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth, man. So, okay. So this time, it's going to be fire that's going to cleanse the earth. First time, it was water. This time, it's going to be fire, man. Okay? And that fire is going to be what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Yeah. Arrows being shot from one end of the earth to the other, man. And along with the chariots of Yahweh Shah, man. And the angels, all right? Let's keep it going. Let's go to 2 Peter, man. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 6 and 7. Whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. But the heavens and the earth which are now, by the same word I kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Who do we have ruling the earth today? Ungodly men. Starting with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and hell, even 2/3 of you Israelites is ungodly, man. And 2/3 of you Israelites, man, that fire is reserved to you too, man. Straight up. To you, your little ones, the elderly, yeah, everybody gets it, man. And one thing about Yahweh Shah, man, he's an equal opportunist, man. Everybody gets it, man. All right? Let's continue on, man. Let's go to the book of Luke, man. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. Because a lot of people think the Lord of the Bible is a teddy bear. Like he coming back getting out cupcakes. Nah, man, he coming out giving out fire. Fire. Yeah. Let's get it, though. This is what the Lord said. This is in red letter. This is in Luke chapter 12, verse 49. And I come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? That's a question. And hey, man, the fire is steadily kindling on earth. And it's going to be fire on the earth before the Lord get here, man. Yeah. All hell is getting ready to break loose, man. Everything that you're seeing happening is leading up to those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Huh? Fire shall cleanse the earth. And that's going to be the fire that's going to cleanse the earth, man. All right? Let's continue on. Let's go to Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Hey, it's talking about World War III, man. Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay? Let's continue on. Let's stay in Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. All right? Behold, I create the smith that blow the coals in the fire. What is today modern day smith, man, that he's talking about? He's talking about the scientists, man, in this scripture right here, that bring forth an instrument for his work. What's his instrument? The intercontinental ballistic missile. And I created the waste to destroy it. That's exactly what the intercontinental missile gonna do, man. It's gonna destroy, man. The ICBM. That's what it's gonna do, man. It's gonna destroy. Let's read that again, man. Okay. Behold, I created the smith that blow the coals in the fire, that bring forth an instrument for his work. What instrument is that? ICBM. And I created the waster to destroy. And that's what those intercontinental ballistic missiles are going to do, man. They're going to destroy, man. Okay? They're going to cleanse the earth, man. All right? This earth needs to be cleansed. All right? Let's continue on, man. The Lord, they had enough, man. If you can't see the Lord coming back, man, hey, man, you deserve everything that's coming to you, man. Okay? This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15 and 16. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke of flames with fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. There you have it, man. Huh? So the Lord coming back, huh? With fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, because those chariots are going to be shooting concentrated fire out those chariots as well, man. Yeah, man, it's going to be a terrible day. The day of the Lord is terrible. It's not a good day, man. It's terrible. Okay? Grown men are going to be crying like bitches, man. Yeah. Hey, man, you'll see. Let's continue on. Let's go to Second Ezra in the Apocrypha, man. This Second Ezra, chapter 13, verses 1 to 13. Let's get that. This details when the Lord come, man. This is what the Lord gonna do to the earth, man. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that a man waxed strong with thousands of heaven. That's the Lord and the angels. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. When the world find out that the Lord is a Negro, a dark-skinned Negro, that's going to be the response of the world, man. They're going to tremble, man, because the Lord is an austere man. He ain't come back playing no games, man. The Lord is a man of war, and that's what he's coming back to do. All right? Let's continue on. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth falleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was a great slaughter. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Yeah, so other words, in the midst of World War III, these nations going to stop fighting each other and going to try to subdue Yahweh Shah. It ain't going to work, man. Okay? Let's continue on. But I beheld, and lo, he had grazed himself a great mountain and flew upon it. That's how big the chariot Yahweh Shah going to be on, man. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. So Esdras couldn't see the end of the chariot, man. It was that big, man. Okay? After this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Yeah, man. The Lord gonna put the spirit on these Edomites to fight him, man. Because they're gonna be scared to death, man. Hey, Esau don't want no smoke, man, with the Lord. He don't want it, but the Lord's gonna make him fight. Okay? And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Hey, man, once again, that's that concentrated fire coming from those chariots, man. Okay? And they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, fell with violence upon the multitude which prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be received, but only dust and smell of smoke. Hey, man, Yahweh Shah, the angels burnt them all up. Okay? When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterwards, I saw the same man come down from the mountain. Yahweh Shah came down from the chariot and called unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people to him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and others, some brought of them that were offered. Hey, man, what did Yahweh Shah say in the book of Luke? I think it's Luke 19:27. Those who won't bow before me, slay them. Huh? Did Yahweh Shah say that? Then was I sick through great fear, and I awakened and said, there you have it, man. I'm in that right there. All right? Yahweh Shah ain't playing, man. One thing about you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Silver Indians, man, you love to play, man. But this time playing is going to cost you, man. It's going to cost you, man. Hey, the Lord don't give a fuck how mad you get. He don't care about that, man. He don't care about that. The Lord don't care about your feelings. But when that fire hits you, then you'll understand that. Then you'll understand. All right? Let's go to Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 5, verses 1 to 4. All right? Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, behold, a flying robe. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that go forth over the face of the whole earth. Talking about the chariot, man. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off. There will be you, Esau, as on this side according to it, and everyone that's swerved shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts. It shall enter into the house of the thief, into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Hey, man, the Lord ain't playing, man. Yahweh bullshit, Yahweh Shah, man, is getting ready to shut it down, man. But all of this is a build-up until those nuclear missiles, man, to World War III, man. Because remember, before these nuclear missiles get shot off, hey, the so-called Karabba got to come on the scene. And for those of you who've been paying attention, you know what I mean when I say the karate. They got to come on the scene. All right? The grain of rice. The grain of rice got to come on the scene and be made mandatory. But all of this is leading up to it, man. All right? That's why this earth got to be cleansed, man. Wicked has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. This earth needs to be cleansed, man. The hell with America, all right? And the hell with these people, man. All right? If you ain't trying to serve your house, shot, the hell with you. Hey, this is where we at now, man. Okay? No exceptions. All right? This is, let's go back to 2 Peter. This is 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. What type of day is that? That's those intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's what type of day it is. All right? Let's continue on nevertheless, man. Let's go to Jeremiah. Because the Lord said he's going to melt 2/3 of his own people. Yeah, that's right. You heard it, right? The Lord said he's going to melt 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, man. To the young, to the old. That's how the Lord get down. The Lord ain't going to spare you because you young. The Lord ain't going to spare you because you old. Huh? The Lord ain't going to spare you because you a woman. Hell no, your ass get melted too if you ain't right. This is Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 7, man. All right. Therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, I will melt them. Huh? Let's read it again. Therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, I will melt them and try them. For how shall I do the daughter of my people? That's what the Lord gonna do to 2/3 of the people, man. Huh? Let's continue on. Let's get Ezekiel. It get a little deeper. Let's get Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20. Okay. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. That's what the Lord gonna do to 2/3 of the people, man. Huh? That's what he gonna do, man. The 2/3 of the people, man. Salaki, family. Yeah, man. That's what the Yahweh Shemai Shah gonna do to 2/3 of his people, man. He gonna melt them, man. Let's read that again, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20. As they gather silver, brass, iron, lead, and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Young, old, women, man, it don't fucking matter with the Lord, man. Huh? Everybody got to get it, man. Especially 2/3 of his own people, man. Because 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, and you ain't right, and you fucking women, oh man, you gonna get it the worst when Jacob's trouble pop off, man. You gonna get it the worst, man. Because one thing about a man, if a man see he got a man up, a real man, he a man up. But you women, oh boy, you shall be traded. You shall be used as collateral in Jacob's trouble. If you ain't got a man of the Lord with you, man. Straight like that. Let's go to Zechariah, man. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. Huh? What can do that? Intercontinental ballistic missile, man. Hey, that's that Sarah O'Connor, man. You remember in Terminator? When she was grabbing that fence? Yeah, man. Lord ain't playing, man. Let's go to Isaiah, man. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5 and 6. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5 and 6. They come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation. Let's read that again, start from the top. They come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Huh? What is that talking about? Huh? Those nuclear missiles. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. I'm going to read this over again. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5 and 6. They come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord. Yeah. Because the Lord said what? He gonna come forth from what? from the east to the west, right? So is those nuclear missiles. All right. And the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Yeah. Hey man, Yahweh boy Shah is gonna make good on his word, man. He's going to cleanse the earth by fire this time. He's going to make good on his word, man. All right? Let's continue on. Let's stay in Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 24. Okay? Isaiah chapter 24, verses 3 to 6. The land shall be utterly empty, utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haunted people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein, and are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men are left. Huh? Few men are left. That's what's coming, man. Okay? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles are going to cleanse the earth, man. Because, hey, man, there are going to be people left when these missiles are and slap chains on them, man. They going into slavery, man. Okay? Let's stay in Isaiah 24th chapter. Okay? Let's jump into verse 19 and 20. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. Huh? What can move the earth exceedingly? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, shall rock back and forth. Huh? So you can imagine tsunamis, volcanoes erupting. Oh, man, it's going to be all hell, man. That's going to be hell, man. Huh? And shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it. It shall fall and not rise again, because the earth is not going to be destroyed. Okay? And they tell you that in Ecclesiastes, the earth will abide forever. Okay? But hey, man, America is going to be destroyed, and America shall never be inhabited again, and America is going to be the earth's biggest desert, man. Okay? Let's continue on, man. Let's go to Joel. This is Joel chapter 2. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 2 and 3. Okay? A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people, and a strong there have not been ever like neither shall be any more after it, even the years of many generations. A fire devourer before them, and behind them a flame burning, and the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. That's right, man. That's what America's going to look like, man, once those nuclear missiles hit it, man. A wilderness, man. A desolate wilderness, okay? Let's jump down to verse 7. They shall run like a mighty man. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march everyone on his way, and they shall not break their rank. What is that talking about? That's talking about those nuclear missiles when they're shot off, man. They're going to be in formation. Ain't nobody breaking rank, okay? Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter at the window like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. That's right, those nuclear missiles. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shadow. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. Yeah. For his camp is very great. For he is strong and execute his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. And who can abide in it? That's what our people don't understand, man. The day of the Lord is terrible, man. Okay? And who can abide in it? And the answer to that is nobody, man. The only people making up out of here is the elect, man. That's it, the 1/3, man. That's it. All right? Let's go to Malachi, man. Let's get done. This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. Okay? Because this earth needs to be cleansed, man. America is polluted, man. Everything here, everything in America is polluted. The food is polluted. The air is polluted. The women are polluted. Everything is polluted in here and need a makeover. And those nuclear missiles is going to be the makeover, man. Okay? This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud ye, and all that do wickedly shall be stubborn. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Let's read that again. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. What type of day is that? It's going to burn as an oven. Let's continue on. And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts. It shall leave them neither root nor branch. That's the day of the Lord, man. The day that burn like an oven, man. That's the day that's coming, man. All right. Let's continue on, man. Let's go to Revelations, man. Because America up out of here, man. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 6, 10. Okay? Revelation chapter 18, verse 6 to 10. Reward her as she have rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. It's talking about America, man. For much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment, sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and no widow, and shall not see sorrow. And most people believe that about America, man. Oh, America ain't gonna fall, it's too mighty. Well, hey, man, you better think again. And therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine. And she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judges her. And the kings of the earth who committed fornication live deliciously with her, shall bewail her, lament for her, when they see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off of the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. There you have it. It's like it, family. Yeah, that's how Babylon going up out of here, man. Okay. Let's continue on, though, man. Let's stay in Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 19. Chapter 19, verse 19 to 20. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, and against his army. And the beast was taken with the false prophet that worked miracles before him, which he deceived them that had received the mark of the what? The mark of the beast, all right? And them that worship his image. So, hey, that's what happened to y'all that's going to take that Quran. Look forward to that right there, okay? These both were cast alive into the lake of fire and burnt with brimstone. What is the lake of fire? Let's talk about America, man. When those nuclear missiles hit America. Because from above, America's going to look like a lake of fire. There is no place called hell where you burn forever. And the devil come around with a pitchfork, he hit you with a pitchfork. Nah, man, that's Greek mythology. That's fairy tale. Ain't no such place as hell. Hell only means a lower state. Matter of fact, we in hell now. Look at our condition. We in hell now. Because hell only means the lower state and the greater. That's all it means, man. All right? Let's continue on. This is Revelation 20 and 10. And the devil that deceived them were cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets, and shall be tormented day and night forever. That's right, man. Okay. There you have it, man. Once again, the lake of fire is talking about America, man. That's it. And they get hit with those nuclear missiles, man. Okay? Hell do not exist. A place called hell do not exist, man. I got to keep repeating that because Jake loved Greek mythology, man. All right? This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 14 and 15. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. Huh? How can you cast death and hell into the lake of fire? Huh? Let's read it again. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. I thought hell was real. This is true. This is the second death. What is the second death? These nuclear missiles by fire. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Let's read that part again. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. For you Christians out there. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. There you have it, man. Hell don't exist. This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 8. But the fearful, unbelieving, abominable, murderers, whoremongers, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. There you have it. Huh? Let's go to second Esdras, man. This is second Esdras, chapter 16, man. All right? This is second Esdras, chapter 16. Okay? We're going to start in verse 13. We're going to read 16. So second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 13 to 16. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shoot are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. What is those arrows? those nuclear missiles. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer return not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be shot upon the earth shall not return again. There you have it, man. Okay. Because once those nuclear missiles are shot off, you can't call them back. Once, as the Lord keeps sending these plagues on the earth, you can't call them back. Have y'all asked yourself this question? You see gas going up, right? But diesel is going up higher than gas. So what's going to happen when these truckers say, hey, look, man, we can't afford this shit? Have you thought about that yet? Soon you shall see. Soon you shall see. That nigga won't crazy. Yeah, I know. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 13 to 16. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goes by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss in all her plagues. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. What is that talking about? Babylon, America. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord that take vengeance upon her. And she hath done do unto her. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of the harvest, for fear of the oppression, sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. That's right, man. America's done, man. It's done. All right. And I'm going to stay in Jeremiah chapter 50. This is verse 29 to 32. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it, around about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her works, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young man fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in the day of the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him. There you have it, man. That's what's coming, man, to Babylon, America, all right? Let's stay in Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verses 1 to 3. Thus said the Lord, behold, I raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind. What's that destroying wind? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles. And will send unto Babylon fanners, and they shall fan her, and shall enter her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth up himself in the bridge gauge, and swear ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Okay? Let's jump down to verse 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields, the Lord hath raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes. Who are they? The Russians. For his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. There you have it, man. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 34. We're going to start at verse 1. Come near ye nations to hear, and to hearken ye people. Let the earth hear. all that is therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fear is upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. The slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down, and the leaf thereof from the vine, as the fallen fig from a fig tree. Talking about those nuclear missiles, talking about the mushroom cloud right there. Verse 5, for my sword shall bathe in heaven, but behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Who is Idumea? You Edomites, man. You so-called Caucasians. Yeah, man, y'all about to get it, man. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. You are the people of the Lord's curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and the blood of the lamb and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of the ram. For the Lord hath sacrificed in Basra a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Yeah, you Idumeans, man. You Edomites, you Caucasians. Max out your credit cards. Do what you got to do, man. Because this is the last time that y'all in rulership, man. Y'all about to go head first into slavery, man. All the way down from the young to the old. Yeah. It's only right. We came here in slave ships, right? Guess what? Y'all gonna know how they feel very soon. Okay? Very soon. Let's go to Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 14. All right? The heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Every mountain and island were moved out of their places. What is that talking about? That's that mushroom cloud, man, from the nuclear missiles, man. Okay? Let's stay in Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 9, verse 16 to 18. And the number of the army of horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. So that's how many nuclear missiles going to hit America, man. Over 200 million missiles going to hit America, man. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplate of fire and janum and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of man killed, by the fire, by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouth. There you have it, man. And you know what? I'm going to end it in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 and 10. Because you got to understand that Karama is getting ready to come on the scene. And for those of you that take that Karama, guess what? You shall be cleansed by fire. All right? This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 and 10. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstones, and in the presence of the holy angels, and the presence of the Lamb. There you have it. That's your reward if you take that Karama. So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope those who came across it receive some type of edification. But until next time, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Rukakidash. Shalom, family.